YB-9 was indeed an innovative aircraft for its time. Developed by Boeing, it marked a significant advancement in bomber design for the U.S. Army Air Corps. As you noted, it was the first all-metal monoplane bomber, moving away from the biplane designs that were prevalent at the time. The use of metal in its construction contributed to its durability and aerodynamic efficiency. The Boeing YB-9 was the first all-metal monoplane bomber aircraft designed for the United States Army Air Corps. The YB-9 was a much-enlarged twin-engine development of Boeing's single-engine Model 200 monomail commercial transport. Despite its advancements, the YB-9 was somewhat ahead of its time, and only a few prototypes were built. It was eventually superseded by more advanced bomber designs, but it played a crucial role in the evolution of bomber aircraft and paved the way for future innovations in military aviation. The YB-9 was a development of the earlier Boeing Model 200 monomail, which was a single-engine commercial transport. The transition from the monomail to the YB-9 involved enlarging the aircraft and equipping it with twin engines, which allowed for greater range and payload capacity. The YB-9 was designed with a more streamlined monoplane configuration, which was a significant improvement over the biplane designs of the era. In May 1930, Boeing flew the Model 200 monomail single-engine mailplane. The monomail had a radical design at the time, as it was a semi-monocoque cantilevered monoplane with a pressed leather frame and retractable landing gear. Air Corps bomber squadrons at the time were mostly equipped with slow strut-supported biplanes built from doped steel tube frames, such as the Keystone B6, and Boeing decided to design and build a twin-engine bomber, using the same techniques used on monomail to equip. Boeing built two new bomber prototypes as a private venture, which differed in the engines used, with the Model 214 powered by two Curtiss Radial Pratt & Whitney R1860 Hornet B engines. Both aircraft are low-wing cantilever monoplanes with sleek, oval-shaped fuselages that can accommodate a crew of 5. The pilot and co-pilot sat in separate open cockpits, with the co-pilot, who also served as bombardier, sitting in front of the pilot. Each armed with one machine gun sat in the nose and dorsal positions, while a radio operator sat inside the fuselage. Like the monomail, a retractable tailwheel, active wheel, was used as an undercarriage. The first of the two prototypes to fly was the radial-powered Model 215, which, with civil markings and aircraft registration X10633, made its first flight on April 13, 1931. The aircraft was leased to the Air Corps for testing under the designation XB-901, showing a speed of 262 km/h. Testing was successful, and both the XB-901 and the unfinished Model 214 were purchased as the YB-9 and Y1B-9 respectively on August 13, 1931, with an order for 5 more units for service on testing following Y1B-9. The Y1 represents funding beyond normal fiscal year procurement. Powered by two liquid-cooled Curtiss V1570-29 Conqueror engines, it first flew on November 5, 1931. With better simplification of the engine nacelle, increased its top speed to 173 km/h, 278 km/h. Meanwhile, the YB-9 had its engine replaced with the more powerful Hornet B, showing slightly better performance than the Y1B-9, which therefore also had its engine replaced with the Hornet B. The 5 service test aircraft Y1B-9A had Pratt & Whitney R1860-11 Hornet B engines powering the YB-9 and the Y1B-9, which used new engines and a redesigned vertical stabilizer modeled on the 247D transport. While an enclosed canopy was considered and designed, the B-9 was never equipped with one.